Hi everyone. I want to spend these next few minutes with you talking about knowing your limits. So I want to start with an example that I think that we all could relate to. If you stay up late and then get up with only a few hours sleep, and you do this day after day after day, you're going to become very fatigued. You're not going to have the patience you'd have with others. You're going to be making poor judgment calls, and you're not going to be operating at your best. The other extreme, what I would call the military scenario, is that your day is very regimented and you know what you're doing, when you're doing it, how long, and then what the next activity is. I tend to think that life is somewhere between these two extremes. Before I go to bed at night, I work out what my goals are for the next day. Now, if you work, 9 to 5 or whatever your shift is, that's going to be a block of your time. You still have to deal with, groceries, paying bills, personal hygiene, cleaning the house, and, any kind of interaction with either your spouse, significant other, or friends in general. And try to make it all fit in a day. The challenge with this is being honest with yourself when you're better off to say to someone, I need to wait until and whenever to meet with you or to spend time with you. That part of the puzzle I find is if you go to spend time with someone and you're all worn down, it's not helpful for the other person if they're needing support. Now, if you're in my case and it has to deal with pain or physical challenges, there's going to need to be times that you have someone over when you're in a vulnerable state because of the underlying illness. It takes a lot of courage to do this. And it's not just for someone that's in a wheelchair or someone living with pain. There's all times in our lives when we're feeling vulnerable. Whether it's while you're grieving, dealing with the loss of a job, if it has to do with divorce, there's just all kinds of stuff that can happen that has an emotional toll on us and take some time to reconfigure our lives in a way that is smooth sailing. So kind of what I'm saying about is to know where you operate at your best in, and then you do your best to, maintain that skill set. And then there's going to be some things that you're going to have to work at that you may not enjoy, but are essential for life. So I can give you an example from my own life. I don't have a strong natural sense of colors. So if you asked me what color I'd like that wall behind me to be, or even my door, I honestly don't know. I can tell you what I'd like if I see it, but otherwise, white walls are just as good for me. There's going to be people that are really good at that, and for me, I'd be working at it and have to concentrate to figure it out where someone could do it naturally. So there's going to be chores in your life that you find easy, and there's going to be some that you're going to have to work at, but will get easier with the time passing. I'm wanting to ask you to think through what is the wasted time, what you personally need, and if you're getting the rest that your body needs. So by wasted time, it might be meaning watching a few extra videos before you go to bed because you're already tired and your body's already telling you that you need to go rest. There is a certain amount of time or a sequence that I follow that ends me in bed in relatively good shape. Part of it's having my mind at rest. So making the list of chores of what I'm going to aim for in the next day is part of this. And the practical part of getting the pain under control and my body under control. I know that this isn't easy for everyone. I find that if I shower in the evening, it helps me go into a deeper sleep at night. So some of these things I'm sharing have come from a lot of trial and error, but it's what works for me, and I tend to thrive when I'm sort of working within that parameter set. I don't have all the answers for you. I do see the value in talking to friends. You know, that's your core group that you spend time with, that really know you and you let your guard down to speak with, and getting feedback, and then also asking others who maybe not be in that core group but have practical life experience. So an example of that may be dealing with budgets and talking to a financial planner to help you know how to best manage your money. These experts will help equip you and help you live your best life and be doing the best possible under the circumstances. I want to close with this. It was very hard for me in 2006 when I was adjusting to all the loss of my left hip joint and relearning how to live my life all over again. And it took me about 8 months before I started to have any sense of life being normal again and just practically gaining the confidence needed to function in day-to-day life. It takes time to build relationships. I know there's some times where it's easier to draw into yourself when you're going through a hard time. I would encourage you to have a few people in your life that you're honest with, so that when you're going through the hard times, you have someone there that can help lift you up. You know, there's times when we're going through the hard challenges in life and the emotional stress will pull us down. But then if there's someone in your life that knows what's going on, at least for myself, I tend to perform a lot better in day-to-day life. And that peace of mind that comes from someone else knowing what's materializing in my life, it seems to work really well for me, and I sort of suggest that to you as something to think over if it's applicable for you or not. I hope each of you are doing really well. Thanks for this time that you spent with me today. Bye for now.